And then it's always in front of Dale. Like a gay guy would just grab my dick, and a few times I've been like, "Oh, sorry, buddy, I bumped into you," and I'd keep talking to Dale, and he's like, "Colin," I go, "What?" He's like, "That guy just like assaulted you," and I go, "Dale, you can't say that." It's really bad of you to do that. He's a good guy.
Hey guys, I'm on tour. Come see me live at Charleston, South Carolina, May 29th through the 31st. Hartford, Connecticut, June 5th. Hoboken, New Jersey, June 7th through the 8th. Brooklyn, New York, I'm headlining the Bell House June 10th. Syracuse, New York, June 11th. Albany, New York, June 12th. Chicago, Illinois, June 18th. Denver, Colorado, June 20th and 21st. Buffalo, New York, June 26th through 28th. Nashville, Tennessee, July 25th and 26th. Seattle, Washington, August 29th and 31st. And Richmond, Virginia, November 14th through the 15th. And all my dates are my punch-up links on all my on all of my socials. Thanks, guys.
So, this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out whores.
No, but are you from the Jersey Shore?
I'm from outside Philly, so I mean that is our beach.
That's our
You
beach.
said it like you own it. You're like, that. What is our beach?
Yeah,
I mean,
beach.
we'd kick in somebody who thought it was their fucking beach.
No, it is funny. My mom actually called when I was driving back with Maddie the other day, and she was talking about. She was like, "I was supposed to go to the shore this weekend, but it was 45 degrees." So, and then she went, "Maddie, I'm not sure if you're familiar. The shore is the beach." I was like, believe me, she's very familiar.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not.
Also, just the word "the shore" is like, well, what else could it be? A restaurant?
Yeah, I mean, it's hardly a beach. It's not.
Were you talking Wildwood?
I mean, Wildwood's. I mean, well, that's the thing. Like in Jersey, there's a million. Like Brigantine's lovely.
Just before we get started, Jimmy has a house on
No,
the
no.
shore, so it's gonna be a whole.
no,
It's not
know.
a whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We're totally different. He's Philly. I'm Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
but
different
very
worlds.
different.
I would
Yeah.
never go to the Philly beaches.
Yeah,
Well, we don't have beaches. We just
that's
have
why.
Exactly.
But you guys, when you say you go to the shore, you're going to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is talking about your home turf.
No, he's talking about the Philly part of Jersey.
There-
South
yeah.
Jersey isn't Jersey. It's like I'm like New York, Connecticut. He's more
Yeah.
Philly.
North Jersey
Delaware.
is like New York City's younger brother, and South Jersey is like Philly's younger brother.
So I would have
Gotcha.
never gone to any of the places that he's gone.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I always forget how segregated we all are on the East Coast towards our neighbors.
Despite
Yeah, such
that,
a
it's-
small area.
Yeah.
that
As
guy
my-
30 minutes away from me is a piece of shit.
Oh, that's what my grandmother always says. I remember I brought someone home, and we were at small towns, and we were going over all the different small towns. He was like, "I just don't understand why you guys aren't just like one big town." And my
Right.
grandmother was like, "We all hate each other."
Yeah.
The
It's like-
difference is there's so many immigrants that came on the East Coast, whereas like
Yeah.
Texas, you went to Texas with everyone you knew.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's why you have that much. Because like think about it.
I will.
6 hours between two spots in Texas, pretty much the same fucking thing. Whereas
yeah.
you go to New Jersey versus you go to New York versus Philly, way different.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from an outsider, same. And
They
I'm
don't
telling
even
you,
seem the
same.
same from an outsider.
Yeah,
No.
I'm telling you, same.
Yeah. No.
And I'm telling you guys all look the same to me.
No, but there is that thing where it's like it's almost like the brother shit, like literally like City of Brotherly Love, where it's like, oh, I'll talk shit about people from the town over from me or Jersey. I'm like,
But if
Jersey
you say
sucks.
anything from my
But like
town-
if somebody not from that area is like, hey, I think Downingtown, Pennsylvania is a shithole, I'd be like, whoa, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you talking? I hate Downingtown. But if somebody else says, I'm like, the fuck did you say?
Yeah, yeah. Who do you
It's like
think
the
you
brother
are?
shit where I'll make fun of them. But
Yeah.
if somebody else says, like, what the fuck? You're not one of them.
Like I can make fun of myself for being fat, but as soon as
Yeah.
somebody else makes fun of me for being fat, I
Now
will
you're
be
like,
mean
oh,
to
that's
you.
actually like really personal that you just
Yeah.
said that. That's fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So have you done anything gay?
I mean,
Yeah, and why are you so uncomfortable taking your shirt off?
Why do you keep asking me to take your shirt
Because
off?
I've never seen him in not a wife beater, and he shows up to the gay
I
podcast fully clothed.
I told you I have a wife beater on.
That's what I'm asking.
Also, I didn't know we started yet. I thought you were just
no,
like,
we've
throw it
started.
on.
Oh, you wanted to let me?
Yeah, I thought you were just like, get it off. Come on.
Yeah.
You're so comfortable.
If I did it off camera, that would be crazy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. That's what I thought was going on. I was like,
I will
Dylan's
say-
not even in
If
yet.
I'm gonna assault you, it's gonna be on camera.
Well, that's just funny. You asked if I've done anything gay. Not by choice. Gay guys have assaulted me a lot.
Really?
That's why, because we just had Dale on. That's why I was like, did he tell you? And you're like, do you have stories? I was like, every time, I mean, I'm not as bad as I was. I'm sure you guys probably remember when I first moved here. I was just getting fucked up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And like gay guys come up to me and everything, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like very like comfortable. So I'm like, I'm fine. Oh, it's just a guy, you know. And then it's always in front of Dale. Like a gay guy would just grab my dick, and a few times I've been like, oh, sorry, buddy, I bumped into you, and I'd keep talking to Dale, and he's like, Colin. I go, what? He's like, that guy just like assaulted you, and I go, Dale, you can't say that. It's really bad of you to do that. He's a good guy, and it's just a gay guy like drugging me. I was like, I've been drugged multiple times, and I'm like,
they grab your dick?
So aggressive. Sometimes it was women, but mostly gay. It's always in front of Dale though. If I'm ever just hanging out with
Honestly,
Dale,
he's like, why does no one grab mine?
if somebody did that to him, he would just melt.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
You're not getting grabbed?
The girls are grabbing me on the road.
Your dick?
Not my dick, but they really like
your tush.
They tushed my waist. I actually did take a picture with a couple, and the guy put his hand like on my
the small of your back or
lower
cheek,
lower, and but he was there with his girlfriend, and I was like, what is this?
He was signaling.
Yeah, but like it's just strange to be like I don't know what it is. But the girls grabbing, and the girls always offer to have sex with me after my shows.
They do?
Oh, every single city I've gone to, at least one girl has said something.
They're like,
Why?
I can flip them.
But
wait,
what did they expect? They think that they're gonna flip you?
Yeah,
they think they're gonna be like turn you straight. The host of the Feeling Girly podcast.
Literally, you know what they've been doing recently, which I don't want to say it makes me uncomfortable. It's just like I've never dealt with this. Where like, because I put my arms around people when we take pictures after the shows, and sometimes I like put my hand over her shoulder, and they smile and like reach up and they like grab my fingers like this. For some reason, it feels so like
kitty, like they're a child.
Not even like they're trying to signal like I want this. I don't know what the vibe is like, or they want to be a closeness that I'm unwilling to give.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but it's like a very strange feeling.
He
like I don't think put your arm around me.
Oh, I've
already feel it. It's like this is what it's like.
You're doing it.
I'm gonna do it to you. You're me.
Looks like a shitty family portrait.
This is how I was imagining it.
It's kind of like that. but it's like
almost pulling down to the boob, but it's also like, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Girls have been way more touchy with me than guys ever have.
I'm shocked that women try to have sex with you.
After every show, at least one girl says like, and I'm really attracted to you, or like sometimes they're like, oh my God, you're great, and you're just like, it's just very strange. But women are attracted to power and like doing well on stage and stuff like that. So I think they perceive doing well on stage.
You're also a tall guy and everything like that too. You got tattoos. It's like they might, at first glance, they might not be like he's gay.
But after an hour of me talking on stage.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem I get with gay guys when they would try to come up to me. I'm like, I look like straight in as like a negative way. Where they're like, oh, that guy's like an evil man.
Yeah, like you're a Humvee.
Is that a term?
It's a kind of car.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah,
I didn't know if that was like a bear or
overcompensating.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, though.
Yes. Yeah.
This is the look we like.
I love a Humvee.
Oh yeah. Listen, your name gets thrown up when we start talking about who's the hottest guys in Austin comedy.
Thank you.
You're one of them. You're
Jimmy,
one of them.
You saying it? Too?
Oh yeah, I'm the one that starts it.
That is what's funny is like out of like women or gay men, nobody thinks I'm hotter than just the straight comedians in town. Literally, it's a big point of contention. I buzz my hair every summer. I'm buzzing it next week.
No, don't.
You wouldn't. See, you're the first person that's attracted to men that's been upset about this. Every straight guy's been like, "How dare you? How dare you do that?" Because like they're like, "You got a good head of hair.
You have great hair.
Don't buzz it." Problem, it's so hot.
I did the same thing.
It's too much, and I'm a barb, so I'm like,
beautiful. Also, you have beautiful raven black hair.
Short hair is in now.
Short hair is in.
Short hair's in.
Well, guys, I hate to bring this up. Matt Ross did it. We all did it.
Time out. I did it. Then Matt Ross did it.
I know, but can I tell you this? You don't have the same pull that Matt Ross does.
I got Matt Ross to do it. Matt Ross looked at me and he goes, "God damn, I wanna fuck Jimmy right now."
Oh, could you imagine?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Actually, let me tell you, I can. I can. It's not crazy. I actually got drugged this past weekend.
Really?
I got roofied. And
Where?
I truly don't want to victim blame, but I do think it was my fault.
Wait.
Everything was my fault. When
In
I
Dallas?
So I went back to this place. I found out what the name was. Still love it, honestly. It's a male stripper community. So
Community?
they don't hire any of the strippers. You go like, it's like kind of an open mic for dancing, but you don't have to dance. You just show up in a jockstrap and just kind of stand there and like waggle your dick. They weren't dancing on the poles.
I'm like, Colton.
So I was like, how do I get on the sign up list? So like, it doesn't work like that. I'm like, doesn't work like what? Because these guys, I mean, a lot of them are very hot, but also like, it seems like anybody could sign up.
Yeah.
They weren't using the poles for dancing. So
this
I
the
was
tin
like,
shed?
I'm going to tin room.
They were all telling me to go to the Tim room.
Yeah.
They were like, after my show, it's like, you have, like, I'm not Ubering 45 minutes down to Dallas, but I appreciate it.
Well, I'll take you there one day.
Okay.
And I will still go back. But
I was gonna say, you seem
I'll
like
quickly-
it
but
must be
truly,
a great place.
So
Like,
you
I got
cannot
drugged.
dance on the poles if you're not on the inside list. They get really mad at you. So I started to dance on it. Somebody like ripped me down and was like, "No,
Drug him."
not
Yeah.
you." But
Dart in your
then,
neck.
so then I
funny
go
you're saying this, but
over
can I just quickly
to
say,
the corner.
It's crazy you're saying this because someone who I met in Fort Worth this weekend told me they're banned from that bar because they took their shirt off. My host, because he took his shirt off and he started dancing on the poles, and he's banned for life for doing this.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, it's not just the club. It's like the community inside the club that like, they're like a stripper commune. I'm not really sure what to call
And
them.
this is just in the Dallas community.
Well, it's just one room.
Oh.
It's just a gay bar, though, right?
Yeah. It's like very, very gay. Like it feels like, you know, the stripper movies where the mob's like at a stripper joint and there's all these like girls in little bikinis, but it's like twinks.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But I wanted to use the dance poles because
Yeah.
no one was using the dance poles. So they told me I was allowed to use the one in the corner, and then I don't remember
They
anything
go, you
after
know
that.
what? We'll give you a trial tonight. Go to the corner one.
I
They
was
go, this
ready.
pretty boy thinks that he can handle it. You get the corner booth.
I was
tonight.
I
Feels
was
like
ready
Chicago.
for it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
when
yeah.
I came back, I don't remember anything after
If
that.
you-
So I
have you
think
ever seen
that they were
Burlesque?
like, we're not gonna kick him out, but we do need to send him home.
What, like send you?
You think
oh,
they drugged you?
They drugged me because they were like, this guy doesn't understand the rules. He has to get knocked out.
Wow. Oh, it was a gang. And maybe you're in the
See,
community. Like maybe
now-
it was initiation.
Oh, they didn't kick me in though, so that was weird.
I don't agree with your stake, Colton. I think
I don't
you're
agree
more
either.
attractive than you are annoying. And so if they did drug you, it's probably to fuck you.
Hey, it's pretty close though. Oh, God. Thanks, Jimmy. That was a good setup.
And as I get older, the line keeps on getting closer and closer.
As his age goes, the annoying goes
Yeah,
up. I
they're
love
like,
that.
literally-
Clip it.
They're like, just drug him, get him out of here. And everybody had a little bit of
No,
juice, so
Colton,
they
you
gave me.
clearly were being drugged so someone could take you home and use your little boy body.
Well, thank you very much. For
Little
saying, well,
man
thank you for
body.
saying that.
Yeah, what
course.
happened after? You just got drugged and then you woke up at home? or
Anytime
you
I'm
woke
feeling like way off, I'm like, I
with
gotta
Chip?
go.
Oh, you
so I
left.
was with Chip, but he said I was like being normal, and then suddenly I got home and I just was like throwing up everywhere, and I was like,
wow.
he's like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
Hey, a lot of water at the club.
yeah, yeah. It was
It's
so much
scary
water.
when someone's
drugged,
gotten
Colin's like,
drugged.
they drugged
Oh,
my
yeah.
water. What happened?
That's my water. Hey, what are you putting in my water? That's what I said. I yelled that. They said,
And I
they
knew
said,
I was
"Get
being
out of here,
rude
you
because I was
anno-"
only drinking water.
Yeah, they said, get out of here. You dance too much. And I was like, sorry for dancing too much.
Yeah, so much for being inclusive.
Do the poles spin?
No.
No, they're just sticks there.
Which is very much like, I don't think they're supposed to be danced on.
I thought that they're supposed to spin.
They're supposed to, like
the
real
poles
ones do.
themselves spin?
Yeah.
So it's not all
That's why
the,
when girls are like twirling like
it's
that.
not all them?
No, it's not them
No.
at all. It's they're just holding on to the
I gotta be
pole.
honest, I
it
thought there was
still
a lot of
takes It
training
still
that
takes a
went in.
lot of muscle to do
I'm
that.
No, it takes the
Yes,
muscle
but-
to stay up there, but it doesn't take the muscle to turn.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
But it does, like, to turn a certain speed.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, if you
When
do
they're-
it too fast, you'll be like,
No, they're athletes. These girls are athletes.
I gotta
Let's
be
not
honest.
Some of them are athletes.
Some of you are athletes. Some of you are just slobs on a pole. Thought I was gonna get a laugh. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
We love women on this podcast,
Oh, I was
Dylan.
talking about male strippers. It's actually misogynistic that you assumed I was talking about
What, are you
women.
trying to get your fans to stop trying to fuck you? You
It
whores.
is crazy though to hear a gay guy talk for an hour and then be like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell him. And I was at Portland, this one girl, she was very, very sweet, and she was like, I hate that I'm one of these girls. And I was like, what kind of girl? She goes, I do think you're attractive and I would have sex with you. And
I
was
think
like,
part of it's the forbidden fruit of it, too.
Probably.
I think that's part of the allure the other way for me, where they're like, that guy is so straight, doesn't even know what a hole is.
Here's
and they're
the
like,
difference,
but
though.
I can get
You know
'em.
how like with construct like or like when people catcall, they're like, wow, someone must like when a guy catcalls a girl and they do it every single day. They're like, it must work with some girls. Like some girls,
Right.
so like with gay guys, it's like some of you straight boys let us suck your.
That's what I'm
cock.
saying. Think of how many down
Like,
low guys
you know
there
what
are
I-
that are like, I'm a senator. But
not even down low, just guys. I feel
Wait,
like there are
that-
so many
that
guys
is-
that let us suck their dick. How many gay guys are like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck this girl tonight? It's like I
Right.
think the ratio is a lot different.
yeah. Well, because you guys had to come out. A lot of times you probably already knew. You're like, nah, women aren't for me. A lot of those straight guys, they've been like, I've never gotten the chance.
Oh, they're just like, I'm so
And
horny.
here he is.
Yeah, and here he
he's
is.
dancing.
I was saying this.
He's
Yeah, he's
he
dancing.
shouldn't be
dancing. He's
dancing.
clearly got drugged. Now's the chance.
One guy goes up, it goes, "You're from the podcast," and I said, "What podcast?" He goes, "Some of this is bad. I don't know your name, but I watched the clips." I'm like,
And they still didn't let you dance?
Was
Thank
that
you.
cowboy camp?
I go,
'Cause that
"Thank
was
you."
the
He goes,
energy.
"Can I have a hug?" I was like, "Why do you want a hug now?"
You don't know my name, but you want a hug?
I went, "Sure." And he goes, "And give me a shout out." And so actually, I did write your name down
Wow.
because Russell from Austin. If you saw who drugged me, you have to let me know. So Russell was there that night, and if you drugged me, Russell, you have to tell me.
I was gonna say, I feel like he's got to be suspect number one right now. I mean, you're from the podcast.
Can I hug you? He has like a little strap on his finger and needle into the back.
Yeah, he jet lead me from
Yeah.
Colton's like, it couldn't have been Russell.
Jet
He
Li.
didn't even know my name.
jet Li, yeah. Remember Hidden
Kiss of the
Dragon?
Dragon. Yeah, it's a great scene.
When he puts the needle between his teeth, I thought that was the funniest karate move I've ever seen in my life.
You ever seen Bulletproof Monk? That's the
Yes.
funniest karate movie. It's one with Sean William Scott, where Chow Yun Fat teaches him like kung fu, and he's like, it was like when in the 2000s when they were like, white guys can do karate too.
Yeah.
And he has like magic kung fu powers and shit. And he
Incredible.
stops like an evil Nazi. It's like still
That's so
alive.
good.
It's pretty.
That is our duty to stop the Nazis. We can't have these Shaolin monks stopping Nazis.
Yeah,
okay?
no.
Speaking of Sean William Scott, there's a new American Pie coming out.
Oh wow.
Stifler's mom died. That's the whole point. That's sad.
That's the whole point.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Also-
American funeral.
Not to be like crazy, but like Stifler's mom is Jennifer Coolidge. It's like that's the dumbest idea you ever.
She's
she
having
has-
like a
she's
complete
having-
renaissance
yeah,
right
and,
now.
and you're gonna kill her and not put her in the thing. It's like that's like might be the. I mean, it would be smart if it was like Stifler's mom died and she was faking her death to like get all the money from his dad or something.
Yeah.
But like this is just stupid. Jennifer Coolidge is like literally.
She's never been
back.
hotter right
She's-
now.
Exactly. So like to be like we're gonna kill her off so she's not there is like the dumbest thing I've ever.
Okay,
heard in my
if
entire
this
life.
is like the 8th American Pie, they probably can't afford Jennifer Coolidge
That's a
on
good
a
point.
new, platform.
I bet they could have gotten more money for the movie had they had Jennifer
they had her.
Coolidge.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe she's too good for it.
Eugene Levy was another big one, and he's probably big because of Schitt's Creek now too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
He's really been
yeah.
steadily working. You know what my favorite movie with Eugene Levy is, and this is probably not even appropriate, but is have you guys ever seen Bringing Down the House?
Yeah, isn't that where he's with Queen Latifah?
Yes.
Yes.
So the whole
Yes.
premise of the movie is that Steve Martin is finds a girlfriend online. He thinks it's this like white reporter, and then it's actually Queen Latifah who's in jail. And then she shows up at the house, and he's like, "You tricked me," and she's like, "No, I didn't. This is the picture I sent." And it's like her in the back getting arrested, and this like white reporter, in front of her. And she's like out in his backyard, and she's like, "You told me you loved me. You told me I was your African princess." It's very like early 2000s inappropriate racial comedy that would never be allowed now. But I remember loving it as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, this shit is crazy.
I vividly remember my favorite example of that is in Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen.
wow.
They have like, it's just Michael Bay to the max. It's when I was like looking back where I go, that was so funny. He has like twin Mexican cars like Transformers. And they're like aggressive. Like if you went back and watch it now, you're like, whoa, because it's Michael Bay being like, and another thing, home, like typing that down. You're like, that's crazy. But
And
like,
wasn't
as,
it also the hamster cars?
Yeah,
I think it
yeah.
was also sponsored by like
yes,
Kia.
this is
Oh,
also
I didn't like those commercials where they were
oh,
like,
the hamsters dancing.
yeah,
those rule.
but they dressed the hamsters like gangsters, and then they're like,
Hamsters are clearly thugs. What are you
White
talking about?
Gangsters was huge when we were growing up.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
look at you now.
I know. Yeah, I'm a product of all that. I
That
guess.
seemed like that's what you kind of wore in high school. Like I can really picture you in a tracksuit, wife beater, huge chain.
No, this is
Really?
all like kind of. I was like a
This is all
very.
no.
Yeah.
These tracksuits are all brand
Oh,
spanking
come
new.
on, no, these are from my father.
Yeah.
No, I actually. Well, the jewelry is from my dad. My dad died, and I inherited a bunch of gold, and I was like, I'm complete. What do you call it? No, I was like a late bloomer socially, kind of too. I was like 5'2" till I was like 18.
Really?
Yeah, I was like short.
You like didn't go through puberty till late.
Oh yeah, really. Like my dad was 5'1" when he left his junior year of high school, and he came back 5'11" the start of his senior year.
Wow.
So
Wait,
I had
can I
like
ask
the
you a
same
question
thing.
that might be inappropriate? When did you guys all think your dick got fully to adult size?
I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman grew like 8 inches at 25.
Did he really?
Yeah, actually, something like it was like 24 or something like that. He was like 5'8".
I think 16 and a half.
Really?
Because I do remember getting my first hand job and being like embarrassed that it wasn't
Yeah.
an adult penis. And then later that year being like, all right, I'm ready to try this hand job thing again.
Yeah. Really.
Wow. Yeah, I was probably not until like 18. Honestly, I was
I think
genetically
mine was
a late bloomer.
because I feel like me was late bloomer too. Because I feel like when I was in high school, I thought I had a really small penis.
Well, you were fat too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
But isn't that a thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, I just wanted to bring it up.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
yeah,
doing
I
like-
was really fat.
And you're still that guy deep down, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
I wasn't saying, and that wasn't your only fault.
Sorry, since you're talking about all these girls wanting to fuck you. You wanted to
Yeah, no, I guess you are right. I didn't know. So hey, skinny guys, if you want to guys' dicks, I'll come through.
I remember like not being sure if my dick was small or not, and like not knowing who to talk to.
And then I was also so cagey about your dick on the podcast.
Yeah, and you won't
Yeah,
show
I've
us-
heard about
and
this.
you won't
You're really
show us it.
cock shy.
Yeah.
He is cock shy. We have no idea. It's like a mystery.
I like it.
All
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
is
yeah.
that his balls are a problem.
A problem.
problem. Are they big? I have big balls.
We do. We all three of us.
Yeah, I have-
We're the big. Colton's got a little coin purse, but the
Really?
three of us, we got.
Mine are so much bigger than my dick. It's
Really?
crazy, dude. My balls are. I've had huge balls since I was a little boy.
Same.
too.
That's the other thing. I've always had huge balls.
I forgot about this till right now. I used to do this thing. My balls were so big when I was 12. So I was like a little hermit. You know, I was tiny and I had chubby cheeks, but I had the same balls that I have now at like 12. And I would do this thing where I would clap them. So like, I would just like hump the air, but it would be so loud.
Colin, I would do that too.
Dude,
That is. I've never
so
told
loud,
anybody that.
so loud, like-
I've never told anybody that.
I know. I just remembered it right now. I
That's
probably did
insane.
damage to my balls because I would do it
I
hard.
would like slap it.
It would literally be like.
Yeah.
My brother would have his friends over, and I'd be like in the kitchen, they'd be in the living room, and I'd start doing it, and they'd be like, "What is that? What is that?" Like, is somebody getting an applause break? And they'd be like, "No, it's Colin." And then they'd come in, I'd be like, "Bop, bop, bop, bop." It was like my little fun little thing that I did until I grew out. I think it started hurting.
Yeah,
I did. You know what's funny? Did you try to do it again as like an adult?
No.
I tried doing it one time. It hurts so
Oh,
bad.
for sure.
Because it was just all like loose skin back
Yeah.
then. I probably wasn't even making cum yet.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
I did it like once, and it was instantly like I ball tapped myself. I
Yeah.
was like, also I'm not as
I'm
bigger now.
I hear that they're not as sensitive as you get older, though. That like
Your
if you get
testicles?
hit in the nuts, it doesn't hurt as bad. The older
I think
you
you're
get.
just a little bit more dead inside the older you get.
You just need to feel something.
You're just like, who
I kind of
fucking
like
cares?
that.
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? Fucking Diane's taking the kids. Hit my
You know what's
nuts.
interesting when you're fucking somebody and they hit them, it doesn't really hurt.
It doesn't.
Wait,
Oh,
what's up with that?
I have a friend that told me a story where she was having sex with this fat guy and his balls would hit her and then his stomach would hit her in like rhythm. So it would sound like, and she goes, I couldn't stop thinking about it the entire time.
He was fucking Miss Mary Mack.
Yeah.
I love that because you go like, I wonder how they come up with that beat. Like, how did
Yeah.
this song get made? She's like,
Charlie Puth is just like, stop.
Hold on. Play that fat guy fucking again. Yeah, G minor.
yeah, he's doing the remix on the floor, just like, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about? The little boxes where
But
they
he does
loop
look.
it?
Yeah. Do you
Loop
guys
box.
like him?
Who?
Charlie Puth.
Not for me.
He kind of pisses me off.
That's so funny. I thought you were talking about the girl that got fucked by 1,000 guys.
Yeah. Do you like my Jimmy's friend?
I thought she was just listening to sounds while they were back there.
No.
Would you ever do that?
Fuck 1,000 guys.
No.
Or just one.
No, like if there was a girl, would you ever sign up to fuck a girl if it was like that girl?
No, those things are. Some of those guys don't even cover their face. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy.
I remember.
But you watched it.
No, because it's all over Twitter. You
Some.
can't escape it because they're. That's I
haven't
hate them.
seen it
I
once.
hate them.
The documentary?
No.
No,
There's a documentary
they pop
about
up
it.
on everything. I didn't even know they made a documentary. No, they're very smart. Whoever's running those two girls' things, the Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips, see it all the time because you see ads for it. They're doing like fuck. They got fake arrested the other day. I saw, so it was all over Twitter. I get all my new. I'm fully, by the way, fully entrenched in gay Twitter. I don't
What
know
does
how
that
I
mean?
got there. I'm like,
It's called Glitter.
Is that what it's called? Okay, I was about to say. I was like,
Is that
I
what
didn't
it's
even.
called?
I was like,
By
that's
the
By the
news to
way,
me.
that's great.
That's
Yeah.
a great.
That's a good.
they
That's why I
should-
was like, that's,
I had never heard that, and I go, makes so much. I didn't even
Yeah.
question it. I was like, of course. It's
Yeah,
glitter.
honestly, if Elon Musk hears about that,
He's shutting it
X
down.
might make it.
Well, that'd be a good fucking idea.
yeah. No, my girlfriend is like extremely gay, and I know
Well, she's
so
not
much
that
more.
gay.
She's bi. She's probably on the spectrum. I'd say at least 70-30.
Is she so sad?
No, it works because we queen out all the time. Like it works. I scratch all his. That's what I'm saying. Like
Well, you
for a
don't have a
straight guy,
pussy.
I know. But for a straight guy, I'm incredibly gay with it. Like literally, like she'd be like, "Did you hear about JoJo Siwa breaking?" I was like breaking up with her girlfriend to go with the guy Chris from Love Island, UK. And she's like, "How the fuck do you know that?" I was like, "I saw it." 2
Actually,
days
that
ago."
is so crazy. I saw a girl today being like, I cannot believe that JoJo Siwa, the lesbian, got a boyfriend before me. I was
What?
like, yeah.
I thought she's the whole.
No.
She's making gay pop. I thought that's her big
Her
thing.
whole
Yeah.
thing the last couple of
No.
years
Now
is,
she's
I'm
dating a
lesbian. Now she-
31-year-old British
no,
guy.
she's only ever been wanting attention. She's
Yeah.
she's been way more a pick me than she ever has been a lesbian.
I will say, very funny though. After the breakup, it was big news. Like, how dare she break that girl's heart and everything. First off, JoJo Siwa was 21.
Yeah.
They'd been dating like 3 months, and they're like, we were gonna get married. I was like, oh no, this is bullshit. This
Yeah.
whole thing
Oh,
is
yeah.
just this is ridiculous. But she should not be
she's
dating that guy.
21?
She's only 21.
Okay.
I feel like I thought she'd be like 40 by now. I feel like she's been around.
Well, that's
She's
why
been
young
around.
people shouldn't have cameras on them being like, I know exactly who I am. And it's like,
Yes.
no,
No,
you
you
don't.
You don't.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Wait. You do have some funny dating stories. I feel like you personally are the person that has sex with somebody and then they go, oh, by the way, I have a boyfriend. I
Yeah.
feel like you told me that happened to you like 5 times.
That's happened to me a few times. Or I've just been like, I've been good luck Chuck a lot. And sometimes it honestly felt like pretty good. A little bit. Like I would, well, I guess the better way to phrase it is I was a few girls rock bottom for sure.
I don't
Because
know. That's not a better way. For
No, just because they were probably like, because when I moved here, I had an air mattress, and they were like, "Oh, cool guy from the bar," and then the next morning they're like, "Oh, cool guy from the bar wakes up and
You
sleeps on
fucking
an
girls on
air
an
mattress."
air mattress?
I used to years ago.
Doesn't it like deflate halfway through?
No, I had a really nice one.
Oh, I
Stayed-
love that. The ones that are like tall.
Yeah, it looked like a queen
By
bed.
the way,
They-
of course, who cares? Get fucked on it, girls.
Oh yeah, they would never know. They would never
Yeah.
know until the next morning. Like, by the way, it's an air mattress.
By the way, you know that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, if I was a girl, I'd fuck a guy on an air mattress.
Also,
I'm
by
not
the
even
way,
joking. I'm gonna do
you
that.
told us a story where you did that like a month ago.
Hello, some of this bad listeners. Sorry for the brief interruption. We'll get right back to the show, but right now we have to. I'm on the road right now. We are currently in Massachusetts in my hotel room, and we just wanted to stop and promote this amazing product, IndaCloud. IndaCloud is a hemp service. Life gets seriously way too quick. For a safe and easy way to turn off the BS, try IndaCloud. IndaCloud makes legal hemp-driven THC products that are actually good. We're talking gummies, vapes, pre-rolls that are strong, tasty, and get the job done. Also, all IndaCloud products are third-party lab tested, so no sketchy ingredients, no uncertain dosage, just a good time. I love IndaCloud, especially when I'm on the road because I travel with it, and I've never gotten caught, and it really makes it fun on the road because you guys know I don't drink. I just do the hemp stuff, so it keeps life good in these amazing hotel rooms. And yeah, so if you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress because IndaCloud is giving it all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Just use code SOTIB, that's Some of This Is Bad abbreviated, or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's indacloud.co. That's code Some of This Is Bad, SOTIB, for free shipping and 25% off your first order. After your purchase, fill out the survey. You'll support the show and keep IndaCloud sending you the good stuff. Go ahead, grab a gummy, vibe out with IndaCloud. Oh, I did suck a guy off in an air mattress, but he didn't tell me that. He also was like, I was like, the strangest experience ever because he was saying that he was straight, and obviously I was like, okay, great, I'll come over. And then he was above one of the bars downtown on 6th Street in this like kind of unfinished apartment with just an air mattress, and I kind of thought like, did you break in here? But then he said he owned it. I don't really know. I sucked him off and then I left.
That was nice of you.
He did have a huge dick, so I was like, that's cool.
Well, of course, he was on a fucking air.
I know, yeah.
Life's easy
That being
for this
said,
guy.
I'm not on one anymore.
Yeah.
No, yeah, what do you call it? That was a weird chapter, but I was 22 when I moved here, so it was like,
Yeah.
why would I get a
How
bed?
old are you now?
26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do girls really like your voice? Because when you were saying that gay guys are, like go after you, I was like, well, yeah, you do have a good voice.
I think it's the accent. I'm like exotic down here. Like back home, I'm a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
But down here, that was a very big thing when I moved here. Like, I call it water and shit like that. And everybody being like, what?
Yeah.
What? And like, I've lost a good chunk of it just because like I got tired of having to explain like how I'm speaking to like a bar. Literally, my first day, I ordered I was like, can I get like a shot of Jameson and a water? And they were like, shot of Jameson, you want to order? Like, fucking speak up, son. I was like, oh, no. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't think I had an accent until I came down here.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they like the voice. I think it's the accent more. And when I was single, I remember that would be the thing. Like, you sound funny. And they'd be like, where are you from, Boston? And I'd get very mad.
Yeah.
I'd be like, are you fucking kidding? I'm not wearing any now, but normally I have like 5 articles of clothing that say Philadelphia on it. And I was like, no. The eagle is not from Boston. The eagle's Philly.
Uh-huh. What you kind of were like, oh, did Dalen tell you about all the gay shit that happened?
Or just the time, because he's seen it, like I said, when it's straight before too. Like it's
so
just
when these
he's
guys
just so-
grab your dicks, you're just like whatever.
It was when I was I'm never. I think I need to set boundaries. I think that's part of it too. I'm always like, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression.
By the way, I was talking to Spencer about this the other day because I was like, I wish I was one of those gay guys. You know how we wish we were one of those gay guys that like you're alone with a straight guy and you're like, by the way, if you want to get your cock sucked, I'm totally down for it. Like, and I was saying to Spencer, like, I just wish I had the confidence to do that. And he's like, no, it's good you don't do that. That's like a creepy gay guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, that's my fear.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I wish I still would.
I just wish it wasn't creepy.
Same. God forbid we just want to suck some cock.
It was like, oh, I'm sorry I was being really polite.
Yeah.
Oh, next time you're in my house, I won't host you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can be charming with it, or maybe like the little. It's the eye.
Hey, give me any
too.
tips. Do it
Of
to
s-
me. Do it to me how I should do it.
Yeah, tell us.
To get a guy to
Yeah.
get a guy to
Yeah.
try to fuck you.
So we're alone in the green room.
Okay. You have about 20 shots. And then
then they're drunk, and then you're
No,
kinda
no,
like,
he's
this
saying
is-
you
No,
do
you. That's
Oh,
how
me.
I would just be so drunk.
Break your sobriety and
that they'd be
try
like,
to assault people.
I bet he's willing to try anything right now.
So
They're like,
just kind of sit there like a victim.
kind of. I mean, I talk with my
Anything could
hands a lot. I'm sure that has something to do with it. Maybe they're like, he's motioning me over.
No, there's a
So you
very
think I should just be
specific-
like,
I don't know.
good set tonight.
Yeah. Or just even like the eye. I think that's just universal for everybody, right? Just fucking like just looking up someone up and down. That's clearly like, I'm gonna fuck
I
you.
think we all know, like, you know who you could say, if you want to get your dick sucked, I'll suck your dick,
100%.
and we'll be
Well, because
fine with it.
Straight men who are like that in real life, when you're having
They make it aware.
They do. They start asking you about gay sex in a way that goes like, "This is crazy." Like I've had straight guys where you're hanging out and they're like, "So like, what do you like to do sexually?" And you're kind of like, "What an interesting question to ask." And then, see, that's when they're opening up, and that's when you have to ask. But even in those moments, I feel too nervous to say something.
when they're
Because,
a little
like-
too curious about it, and you're like,
Oh,
"Are
yeah.
you doing like a report on this?" Like,
I
why
will
are you-
say though, those situations don't happen anymore since I don't drink anymore. Because
Right.
men open up when they start drinking like that. and
Zach still does that.
okay, we can't talk about him because people tell him.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Who?
a guy will be like, your ass looks great in those jeans. I can tell you're wearing a jockstrap. And I'm like,
Wow.
He's
oh,
pretty
how do
specific.
what is the next step from here?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's being in a way that's like, but I'm not gay. You don't have to be, but the thing you just said was really gay.
keep wearing jock straps, I guess.
Yeah, until. Right, exactly. So that's where I'm at.
Until you go, by the way, I'd suck your cock if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think if a guy is commenting on the exact underwear you're wearing, I think you're allowed to be like, I'd suck your cock, by the way. I think that's permission. I don't think it's creepy anymore. If this guy's like, 3-inch inseam, you can be like, I'll suck your cock. That's allowed.
I'll suck your cock, by the way.
All right.
Not to be crazy about it.
Don't twist my arm, see?
I don't know if
You can ask, but you have to do it in a goofy way.
Yeah. I'm like Popeye if the spinach was cum. And he's like,
Yeah,
"What?"
but that's also not the guy's dick that you want to suck. Like, that's the one that after you do it, you're like kind of dodging swings.
I like that. Oh my God. You want to hear something so funny? I was in Dallas this weekend. I was in Fort Worth. It was gross.
Yeah,
And-
not the same.
Fort Worth is awesome.
Well, there was a lot of really hot guys that I kept matching with, but there was this one guy I was on field and I matched with him and he was like a ripped older dude from the military.
Nice.
And immediately matched and I was like, oh, hey man, like, how's it going? And he sent me this like long thing where he was like, hey man, so sorry. Don't know how we matched. And I think it says homoflexible. And he was like, I don't even know what homoflexible means. My military buddy set me up on here, blah, 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 blah. But I just got back from active duty and I'm not the kind of guy that you want to be hanging around. And so I messaged back and I was like, oh, hey, man, no worries. I go, but it seems like you might be also have the men on as well. I go, but if we're being honest, you're exactly the type of guy I want to be hanging out with.
That's smooth. That's good.
Yeah.
And he sent me a picture of him holding a gun. And but him in like the
Not in like a back
no,
off
but like
queer,
in a
but
kind of
like
fish
a,
kind of way.
No,
Ain't she
That's
purdy?
a no. If you
he went-
send a
he-
fucking flirty message and then he sends back
No,
him
he
holding
said
a
not
gun.
that. It was him in his full like a marine outfit with holding like an AK-47, and I just said,
Wait,
"Oh,
why was he
LOL."
holding it?
I go, "LOL." When you sent the picture, I thought it was gonna be something else, and then he unmatched me. And I was like, "Oh, yes, I guess it really was an accident."
You could have had him though. You had him on the line.
I know,
You
right?
had him on the line. He sent that out because he wanted you to be like, I love a man in uniform, and he's like, fine.
Yeah, you should have said thank you for your service. Do you want some?
Ooh. Do you want to be serviced?
Do you want to have
Colton,
some more service?
You know what's funny? I did say, I go, thank you for your service, and if you're ever in need of servicing, I'd be happy to help.
Okay,
And
there you go.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
did
what
say
he
that.
blocked
See,
you?
that's
And-
smooth.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, we played that one wrong. You should have said, well, do you want a blue check?
I did a video.
Why did he send the photo?
I don't know.
Like, but it doesn't make any sense logically. If he's like, oh, I matched with a man, I'm not into men, I'm gonna unmatch. I'll let him know so I'm not rude.
Maybe
that's
he was
fine.
trying
But
to
then
prove,
him like,
no, seriously, I'm
See
military.
how fucking straight I am?
Yeah.
You know? No, that guy is the guy who's never been allowed. That shit's
Or
sad.
maybe
he
he-
said he's older too.
He was probably like 45, but like
Yeah.
ripped, like one of those hot ripped guys.
Yeah, I just don't think anyone's that ripped who isn't gay. I just really don't.
I
agree.
agree.
I don't think you
A
get
little bit.
that ripped.
It's
If
for
you're
other men.
ripped.
That's a huge discourse on Twitter all the time. They're
Really?
always like, women are always like, I prefer a guy that's like not incredibly ripped, and the men are like, they're lying. They don't even know what they're talking about. And
That
they're
is
like-
so
they're-
true though. Women
they're like-
don't want that.
the perfect example. And I have a lot of gay friends and a lot of women, and everybody's attracted to men. They all agree Chris Pratt was way hotter on Parks and Rec than he is now. Because
And I'll throw this out
he
there:
was
Chris
fun.
Pratt was way hotter when he wasn't a Christian freak. Okay?
They
Because-
typically go hand in hand too.
yeah.
You get jacked, and all of a sudden you're like, God can help me. Because
Yeah.
they hear the gay, so
Yeah,
they're like, I gotta
yeah.
go to church. I gotta go to church and work out.
I'm working out for God.
Yeah.
I love all those things that are like men be like I'm wrestling with the demon thoughts. It's
Right.
like the thoughts are just gay thoughts.
Yeah.
They're just like so desperately.
Yeah,
Wrestling them.
They think they're Batman, like Bruce Wayne in a
Yeah.
cave.
It's like, dude, just fucking. let a
There's
guy
two
suck your
wolves
cock.
inside me, and I want to fuck both.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay.
Also, it's like, you know what's so annoying? Just to like bring it up is that like, because I do, everybody on this podcast knows that I'm always chatting with the bisexuals on Grindr, and God, no matter how masked they are, give it a couple of messages. You're like, what are you into? They're like, oh, jerk off and oral. They're like, but or like maybe you fuck the shit out of me, and you're like, okay, I'm gay. You need to play your role specifically.
Yeah.
You
How
want
do
them
you-
to top.
Yeah, but like that's the whole thing. It's like if you're gonna be on Grindr saying like I'm basically straight, I'm the most masculine man in your entire world. You talk to them for
Okay.
3 seconds and you can be like, I want to put your girlfriend's panties on you and fuck you up the ass, and they're like, thank you, sir. And you're
Yeah,
like, you're such
you know
a
what it
little
is?
bitch
It's
about
the
it.
same thing is like farmersmeat.com. If a farmersmeat.com and you're talking to them is like, and I also do like Excel spreadsheets. You're like, okay,
Hold
wait,
on.
we're farmers here.
You're not even supposed to know what that
We're
is.
supposed to be farming. You came in with a crazy request. Be a farmer.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of gay sex, though, I learned something recently. This you guys, I'm sure, will like
Speaking
this.
of which-
Speaking of which,
You know
'cause,
it feels awesome when you get a kick in the ass?
it's great. I finally gave the guy a chance. No, me and my girl just finished watching Girls.
Yes.
with Lena Dunham's. Great, by the way.
Yeah.
Loved it. Love Adam Driver. And at one point, I assume you guys have seen the program.
Yes.
Okay, you haven't seen Girls?
I'm not really like that kind of gay.
It's actually just a great show.
No, it's
for
just a great
humans.
show.
That's fine.
You don't like Lena Dunham?
I don't like.
You can
Here's
say
the
it.
problem.
You're allowed to say it.
Here,
I Don't make me sad.
I'm gonna tell you.
I actually don't know why I don't.
This
like
is
it.
the hot take on girls. Ready? I don't like girls because it wants to be Sex in the City, but the difference is none of the friends are fucking nice to each other.
Well, no,
They
that's
don't
why
care
it
about
works
each
at
other.
Sex in the City for a next generation
Of
They're
shitty
all-
friends.
Well, yeah.
They
Have you seen
backst-
Sex in the City? They're all shitty
No,
friends,
but they at
except for
least
Samantha.
they care about each other at least.
But you
No,
have to
Carrie
remember, but
sucks.
if you've seen all of Girls, you know that number one, this is it's a show about girls in their early 20s, and that is what girl groups in their early 20s are kind of like, especially in the city, where it's kind of like you kind of hold on to your college friends, you make this pact, and then things change. The ending of Girls is they're no longer friends.
Yeah, no, they're all not friends
The
anymore.
last episode, they make a big declaration like, should we just call this because this
Yeah.
isn't working anymore?
Shoshana.
Yeah, and they are all like, and then it ends with them being like, we're all going our own ways.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole point of the show. Is
I don't
that,
like that.
friendships change. Yeah, but you just don't like those kind
That's
of
life.
storylines. It's
I
really
want
good. But
happy.
what were you saying about gay
I
sex?
want we are better friends at the end of the episode.
You just want a
Yeah.
tight little ribbon. I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah.
It works
Sorry,
out.
buddy. It's not working like that. What do you learn about gay sex?
There's a scene where they have gay sex, where Elijah has sex with Corey Stolman, I think his name is, the bald guy.
yes.
Okay. And he's fucking him, and I'm sitting there, and I look over at Maddie, and I go, I didn't know that's how that worked. I've never seen, that's the only time I've seen gay sex, like, depicted like
All
that.
right, well,
How are
tell
these
me how it's
Christians?
depicted.
They're doing missionary.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I thought it always had to be doggy style. I didn't even realize
You don't think you
could-
can bend someone over and fuck them?
never even occurred to
Bend
me.
someone over.
That's
Like take their
doggy
legs
style.
and push them
Yeah.
over. Put their
No,
legs
no,
above.
no. Like, he has his fucking legs up
Yeah.
there, and he's on top. I always thought,
That's like my preferred method.
yeah, I had no idea. I was
Honestly,
like, wow.
if I'm letting you back there, I trust you because you could just go to town and
Well, because
and,
that's,
like,
I gotta be honest,
that's
I was
deep.
always like, wow, gay section's pretty limited. You guys just have doggy style. That's it. I go, where's the romance? You can't make eye contact? I was like, I felt bad. I was
You've
like,
never
that
fucked a
seems
girl
to-
in the ass?
Honestly, no, haven't. No.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know why you would. I don't know why anybody would want to fuck a girl.
I'm not in, I don't like poop.
Wait. Back up. Why?
Because it's like, they're always like, it really hurts.
That's the
It's
thing
like,
with me.
I'm
So
not-
many guys are into that. They're like, dude, don't you fucking love it when they're like crying? And I'm like, you should like talk to somebody. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's sick. It's
Literally,
sick.
like if my girl wanted me to do something like that, I'd be like, sure. But it's always, you always hear the joke on TV. They're like, maybe on his birthday. And I'm like, so for your birthday, you want your wife to be in immense anal pain? Like, this is not.
Because it's like with men, when you fuck them in their ass, they might as well. They love it.
Right,
Like,
that's-
they
yeah.
It's the whole damn
Well,
thing.
there are women out there who love anal.
Yeah, but
Yes.
we all listen, girls. You're a different breed. You're not the. You're the exception. Not
Hey, you're the ones trying to fuck Dylan after the show.
Those
Yeah,
girls-
and I feel like the gay guys that love getting fucked in the ass, if they had a pussy, they would prefer to get fucked in the pussy, but they don't.
That's why I always say I want
Tell
a
me
trans
about it.
boyfriend because like a
Tell
hot
me about
trans
it.
boyfriend with a pussy because I feel like that'd be the best sex of my life.
Oh, double one.
Yo, your
Yeah.
dad would be so confused. He would
Yeah,
be
he'd
like,
get it pretty easily.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's pretty.
you're just
good
like,
with
listen,
those.
I'm gay, but I'm all about that pussy.
I also though like, and not to be like crazy or whatever, but a lot of these trans guys, they're on testosterone for so long, you wouldn't even know they're trans dudes walking down the street. They're
Yeah.
just like short, hot
No,
dudes.
but I'm saying like if my wife
Well, that's
grew a
what they're
dick,
always-
I would be
I like that.
no
though.
longer attracted to it.
What?
If my wife grew a dick, I would no longer be attracted.
You wouldn't
to
at least be surprised?
I wouldn't be like,
She
oh,
just
it's her
grew
dick. I'm
one?
Are
attracted
you
to
telling me
her
that
dick.
if Carmen grew
Yeah.
a dick out of her leg, you'd be like, we have to break
That
up?
no, I wouldn't say we have to break up. We're married, but I'm saying
Wait, she could have a dick and
Jimmy,
a pussy,
you're
and you're
so-
mad about it?
You would be
I don't know.
sucking it in like a second,
You're
Jimmy. You love
crazy.
Carmen so much.
I do love Carmen so much, but I don't want to suck her knee dick.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
You
don't.
would. You absolutely would. You're just saying that because you're afraid of being gay, like all men.
I am not afraid of being gay.
I wish I could just grow a pussy,
But see, that's the thing.
like
is, like,
one of those rats.
Could you put it in your elbow, on your armpit? I feel like you could theoretically.
I
wouldn't
prefer
want it
between
there.
their legs.
Where would you want it?
Yeah. That's,
Between your legs?
that's a tough-
Because to me, it's not about the genitals. Because like trans women have dicks. It doesn't make me want to fuck trans women. Like that to me is like what I don't like about trans women is that they are women.
Right. What about the
No, but I
fucking-
thought specifically like I'm attracted to the way, like what a vagina, what it looks
Yeah.
like, everything about it. But I assumed because you're gay, that means
But
you were
are you?
not. And a lot of guys think gay guys think vaginas are disgusting, right?
Yeah, that's not me.
okay.
they're not terrifying.
No, I'm telling you, my ideal guy would be like hot as shit with a vagina. That would be like my ideal guy.
I mean, yeah, that's
How's he gonna top you?
I don't need to be topped.
You think that?
Well, obviously we're gay. We're in an open relationship. Once I
Oh,
yeah.
so strangers get your whole.
No, but
I have to fall in love with him. All of his rules don't make sense. I don't.
By the way, if I had a guy with a pussy, I don't think I'd be like, oh, I need to get fucked. I'd be like, why? I have what God intended.
He could also get
you
a.
turtle into Milo Lapalopoulos.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gay, but my man's got a pussy. Okay.
God intended Peter's a pussy.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I'm into lots of cool stuff.
Yeah, top that.
I'm into lots of cool stuff. So these girls, how do they tell you that they have a boyfriend? Or do you have any other crazy stories? You said you had a story you wanted to tell.
Oh no, I just had story. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know if you wanted like because I have like crazy stories. I have like dating stories or just like
Sure, tell us the
stories.
crazy one.
This one I guess doesn't involve. Well, okay. Do you want one when I was in high school and I was almost an accomplice to murder, or I guess I can think of a dating one. I lied to a woman and said I had an early tea time once to get her to leave my air mattress.
I think the murder one is kind
Wait,
of
that's
where
probably-
I'm gravitating
Yeah.
towards.
A woman believed that you're like actively going golfing while living on an air mattress.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so funny. I thought he meant high tea.
No.
Yeah, I'm meeting my British buddy. in the
Yeah,
morning.
I spent all mine on a country club membership. I can't afford a real bed.
Yeah, no. She just stayed
Tea
over, and she was like older, and I was like, "Why are you staying over?" And I was like, "But I couldn't be like, get out."
She was
like,
older. How much older?
significantly, but I that used to be a thing I used to do too. But
You definitely look like the guy that a cougar would love.
yeah, especially when I was like boyish and everything, they'd be like, although when I was 22 and I moved here, everybody thought I was like 28. Like as soon as I got facial hair, I looked
You also
way
kind
older.
of, and don't take this the wrong way. You don't really look like, and maybe I'm wrong, but you're like fucking the shit. I feel like when you fuck girls, it's like boyfriend style. You're like, I love you.
I mean, it is when I'm a boy for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I used to because that was the thing. When I was single, I
Don't
just would
point
just
at
get
me.
whiskey.
I don't know what the hell you're about to say, but don't point at me.
Well, you're not gonna like what I was gonna say. I used to just get whiskey dick all the time. That was the thing. Oh yeah, I was like the kid. That was like my thing.
Wait,
yeah.
are you talking about when I got roofied?
No. But that's I never got. I don't think. I got drugged a few times, but it was normally I just cracked my head open. Nothing like other than that happened.
Wait, when you get whiskey dick, are you just like, sorry?
No, I would tell him ahead because I was
Damn,
when I
ahead
used
of
to.
time.
It was when I used to drink so many times. It was like a running joke. My friends would be like, "Oh, Colin can't close." Like, yeah, the hottest girl at the bar is going to go up to him right now, and they're going to laugh about it because in an hour, I'm already like legitimately 20 drinks in. I'd be very fucked up. They'd ask to come home with me, and I'd be like, "Just so you know, we're not having sex," and they'd be like, "So stupid." And then we get home, and they'd be like, "All right," and I'm like, "Yeah, no." He's
wouldn't
done.
even try?
No, I would. I'd be like, I got about a minute and a half, and then you could almost hear him go, boom, and then I'd be like, all right. And then sometimes they'd get mad because they would think that it was like them, and I'd be like, I had 25 shots tonight. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And they're like, you seem fine. I'm like, yeah, I have a problem. Like, they're like, you drove us home, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't want you to come. Like I was like, I could have died
I didn't
tonight.
want
I
you to
would-
come, and now you're not gonna come.
Yeah, and then literally sometimes they'd be like, but a lot of times they'd be like, I understand, because they'd know. They'd be like, oh, this is an air. That's when they'd know it's the air mattress.
Would you ever be like, I'll get you in the morning?
It is crazy to
no.
get whiskey dick after driving your date home.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I realized that I didn't notice it until I started getting like it doesn't happen anymore. I'm in a relationship. I love my girlfriend. I'm incredibly attracted to her. I'm like, oh, a lot of times too. I think it was just that I didn't think I liked anyone. I was just sleeping with strangers. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not that guy. Like how you're saying, oh, boyfriend shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I had no idea. I didn't get into a relationship till I was like in my 20s. That was my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
serious relationship. I was like, oh, I'm not meant to be single, but I look like that guy.
You
So I
do
was
look
like
that guy.
and I couldn't say no because especially with straight guys. I mean, like back me up here too. If I would ever be like, if a hot girl ever tried to hit on me, if I went up to you and was like, I don't really want to, every guy would be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
just-
but here's the thing: is crazy is once you do that, all of the hot girls want to fuck you now.
It's a credit. I learned that in high school. It's credit. I was like, the guys who got laid were guys that already got laid. Didn't matter if they were good looking or not. They were like, oh, that guy's having sex, so other girls are gonna want to
Yeah.
sleep with him because they're like, clearly Stephanie knows something I don't. All right, Kelly
It's
must
also
know
a
something.
safety thing because they're like, well, if he's fucking other girls, then these girls must be like, he must be like treating these girls right.
And he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not. He's
Girls-
not gonna fucking murder him.
Girls like a resume to be like, he's
yeah.
safe.
Well,
It's
they also-
credit. He has a line of credit. They're
Yeah.
like, okay, you know what?
Yeah,
I'll give him
credit.
a loan.
They say that
Yeah.
90% of women are sleeping with like 10% of men, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I wasn't cut out for it. So I was like pushed. I've said it for a long time. I was like, oh, I'm like a hopeless romantic trapped in the body of like a whore. I was like, there was nothing because I look like this. I'm aware. No matter what I
just
do,
want to see you have a mere monologue. Be like, you're not a fuck boy. You're not a fuck boy. You love these girls.
you could buy flowers someday. And I do. I like doing it. It's the jewelry, I think, too, makes me look like this. But sometimes I'll wear like just a t-shirt and a hoodie and sweatpants. I'm like, I don't look like an asshole. And then I'll show up here and everybody's like, Jesus, Colin, what are you, fucking Guido Central today? Like, I got this at Amazon Essentials, man. I was like, come on, I'm trying here. No, but I've changed a lot. Yeah, it's over with. But I guess, what do you call it? The murder thing that happened. If you wanted to hear that
let's do
one.
the murder.
So when I was in high school, like I said, I was kind of late bloomer. I was starting to like go to parties and everything. In my hometown, there was, to the west of us, it started getting like, I was out, if this is Philly, I'm here, and each town over 10 minutes 20 minutes over, it just gets more and more country and like redneck. Like the high school to the west of mine, they would drive tractors to school sometimes, so we're past that, and there's a party. I just still remember the address. I'm not gonna say it, but it's like 45 minutes from home. I'm 17, so I have a Cinderella license at the time. So I'm there with my best friend in high school, and we're gonna go and we stop this guy's house.
Sorry, what's the Cinderella
You
license?
can't drive past midnight.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drive past midnight.
And maybe like one other guy in the car.
Yeah. Oh, you're not supposed to have passengers, and you can't drive past midnight. So we're gonna go to this party. It's way out of town. I told my parents I'm sleeping over at my buddy's house, which that was my move. Once I started getting to go to parties, I was like, going to Ed's to play Super Smash Brothers. They're like, have fun. I'm in like the middle of fucking Philadelphia. I'm like, so we're going to that party. I stop over. We picked up our buddy who was like the local drug dealer. And I helped him make lean that night, which to be honest, I was very happy to be involved. Like I was like help pouring the Sprite. I was like, I'm having a lot of fun.
Wait, when you say make lean, you just mean putting promethazine in Sprite?
Yeah, and I felt very included. I was like, this is.
I truly thought you were like chemistry building promethazine,
Oh, no,
and I was
no,
like,
I just
that
literally
is
was
actually
like-
is cool, and I think the cartel could really use your knowledge.
No,
hey,
no.
Mr. White.
No, I'm just literally being like, look at me. Do I get a percentage of this? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, I'll drive. And I'm just happy to be there, you know. And we pick up a couple other guys. It's me and then 4 black guys. And one of the black guys is from Africa, and he's an MMA fighter, and he would get in fights all the time. He's a cool guy, nice fella. So we go to the party. It's going. It's happening. Yada yada yada. There's a bunch of country guys there that are like, because this is in the middle of like a cornfield kind of shit. There's like 100-something people. We don't know whose party is, anything like that. I drive, and my best friend there, he wanted to get fucked up. He gets fucked up, and there's these giant corn-fed rednecks. Yeah, and they're showing their highlight tapes of their fights. They're just going to people like, "You seeing this?" And it's literally them headbutting like a little Mexican boy, headbutting until his head is bleeding. And I'm like, oh no. And my best friend was like, I kind of want to get into a fight tonight. Like, he's talking to them. He's like, I want to get into a fight. I go, don't fight those fucking guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I go, I'm looking. The guy that was selling the drugs is inside, just selling drugs the whole night and everything. It's going yada, yada, yada. So the MMA fighter guy that I'm with, he's there. He's in a white T-shirt. All of a sudden, I'm looking for my buddy. I can't find him because he's real fucked up. It's towards the end of the night. I didn't drink at that time really either because I was always DD. So I was like, thank God I didn't, because all of a sudden, all I see is a white T-shirt fluttering in the air, like the
Straight
feather
guys
from
love
Forrest
to
Gump.
take their shirt off when they're fighting.
I looked down. The MMA fighter guy had met the corn-fed guys, and they're like, we're real fighters. And they're like white, gigantic, like pencil tuckies, we call it, like middle Pennsylvania. This guy was like a short guy, literally from Africa. And he's fighting to one. So my best friend tries to get in because he wanted to get into a fight. I saw him catch one of the nose. He went airborne. I catch. I'm like pulling him out. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, I gotta go get the guy who's selling the drugs. I go in there. He can't find him. He comes out of the bathroom. He clogged the toilet because he took a big shit. That doesn't matter. But I'm like, collect the drugs. We got to get out of here. I go out there. I'm like, all right, where is? I'm not gonna say his name, but the MMA guy. I'm like, where is he? I'm trying to take everybody home. And he's like, oh, I'm going to my trunk and everything. And he takes my keys from me and pops my trunk. And I go, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm getting fucking strapped. And I'm like, what? And he just pulls guns out of the other guys. So he stole guns from the drug dealer's house earlier in the night. When I was fucking playing fucking Breaking Bad, he's taking that guy's loaded guns. And they're in my car. And then he walks over the guys and is pointing loaded guns at them. I think he shot one in the air too. And then the girl whose house it was is screaming. She's like, the cops are on their fucking way. And I'm like, bro, you got to put the guns back and we're got to go. So he closes the trunk. He's like, let's go. I'm like, give me my keys. He's like, I don't have the keys. And I'm like, where are my keys? And he goes, I gave them back. I'm like, no, you didn't. He fucking locked my keys in my trunk. So we're 45 minutes from home. It's after midnight. I've got multiple loaded weapons in my car, lots of drugs, parents think that I'm fucking playing Super Smash Brothers, and I'm like, oh my god. And then the girl who's calling the cops goes, oh yeah, Daddy, I'll hear. It was the guy in red. She's like, who's fucking bringing the guns and all that shit? And they're like, the guy in red. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And I'm so she comes up, she starts like fucking like smacking. I'm like, get the fuck out of my house. I'm like, fuck. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. My one buddy comes over. He's super fucked up, and he's just sitting in my driver's side, like about to throw up. And I'm like, wait a second, what the fuck? He was in my car already. This one guy just got in my car when it was unlocked because he wanted to sit down. He wakes up and is like, ugh. Opens up my car to get out. I was like, pop my trunk, get everything, get it, go out. Because the guy was like, I had to like pull the gun out of his hand because he's trying to shoot these fucking guys. And then I'm driving.
The MMA guy was like, I can do karate, but I also.
But I have, he was bulletproof monk.
Yeah.
So, and then we're leaving, and there's a DUI checkpoint. I see the flares. There's multiple cops, and I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I'm after. Also, while I'm driving, the guy's like, let me drive, because he's older. He was like a couple years older. He's like, let me drive. I'm like, no. And he goes, I'm like, you don't have a license. Like, I know, like, you just got here. And he goes, yeah, I have one. And I'm not kidding. He goes, it's his cousin's driver's license. Not even racist. It was just like a blacked out character. Yeah. Like, it was just a fake ID from his thing. It was just a black head with like a smile. It was like,
it's
not
like
even
celebrity one. It's like Carrie Underwood.
No, I was like, what? And it also said he was 6'6". This guy's like 5'7". I was like, you're not driving. And he's like, okay, you know, my buddy's fucking asleep in the thing because he got knocked out. The guy with the guns is in the back, just being like, I made some good money tonight, you know. And I'm like, you got to stop. And the MMA guy's like, I could drive if you want me to drive. And we get to the checkpoint, and I stop. And I'm like, we're going to jail. I also thought I was going to break my window.
But you weren't drinking, right?
I was drinking, but it was after 11. So I would have gotten in trouble anyway. Because I've been with friends when they got pulled over after 11. We weren't drinking, but they call your parents. They're like, you're not legally allowed to drive after 11 p.m. Yeah. So I thought I was going to have to break my window to pop the thing anyway. I was like, I'm so fucked. Like, what am I going to do? Until we got the keys. I pull over. I look. There's no cop in that cop car. And there's no cop in that cop car. And then I see, I think, unless they were doing gay shit, they were pissing in the woods. Like, I could see them, and I just went,
that's luck.
And I just floored it home and went 45 minutes the rest of the way. I was like, you guys shut the fuck up. I was like, heart was pounding. Yeah, I didn't sleep that night. I came back. We slept at my buddy's house.
Well, I hope they were doing gay stuff.
I think that, like, looking back, they were, because I was like, why would they go piss together? They would just be
that
like,
that is broken protocol, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, cops love having sex on duty. They do it all the time.
And we were in the middle of the mountains.
Wait,
I saw a video.
True?
That's true. I saw a video of a cop that pulled over this. I don't know.
Literally my dream. Every time I go on a road trip, I'm like, I hope I get pulled over and have to do gay stuff.
So he arrested this woman. She's in the back seat in handcuffs, and she yells over. She goes, if you let me out, I will fuck you. And he goes, this is what he said on, and he's getting recorded, right? He goes, stop talking, it's recording. And then it cuts, and apparently we don't know what happened because he turned the camera off, but 6 hours later, he had to call because he got locked in the back seat fucking the woman. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's when I really do wish I was a girl so that I could fuck cops.
Same.
You can fuck gay cops.
Cops out there.
Yeah, but I don't want to fuck them.
I'll tell you what. There's 2 gay cops in the middle of Pennsylvania right now.
I'm going on a road trip.
Well, I just don't think it's not that I don't want to fuck them. It's just that I don't think gay guys are like fucking like becoming cops that often.
I'm just saying, if you're a cop and you pull over a red Jetta.
I met a guy. I actually matched with a guy in field while I was in Dallas who was a firefighter. He was like, I am doing gay stuff because my girlfriend wants to watch.
Who are you texting right now?
The firefighter in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry.
There's been an emergency. I'm burning.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
It's so annoying.
What is it's field? Just like a different grinder?
We have to wrap this up. I have to know. No one died that night?
No.
So the premise of that story was attempted murder, and
he was about to shoot the guy. I was like pulling the gun. He was like shooting at him.
Okay.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. So
you actually saved.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
Well, we only have 2 segments on the show.
Mm-hmm.
The first segment is,
do you have any questions for us?
To be honest, I probably would have if I hadn't seen that episode of Girls. I didn't know about the missionary thing.
Of course.
I think I'm pretty caught up with terms. Okay. I've learned twunk recently. That's fun. Yeah. That's just fun to say.
Just Jack.
Timmons?
Fluke.
Oh, is he a twunk?
Good question.
Some girl came up to me on my show that made me think of it. She goes, can I ask you a question? I hope you're not mad at me for it. And I go, you can ask me anything. She goes, is twink a slur? I go, sweetheart. She goes,
sweetheart. Yeah.
Because some of my gay friends said I can't say it anymore. I was like, sweetheart. I go, say twink. Say it loud and say it with your chest.
It's not, right? That's just
No,
the
it's
term?
just like that.
Maybe she was overusing it. I don't know if somebody.
Yeah, maybe. You fucking twink.
If somebody,
Did you just use the hard K?
yeah, if somebody has to cut you off from twink, you're saying it too much.
Yeah.
I go, just say it appropriately.
Look
and
at
you're
this
all good.
fucking twink.
Yeah.
That's how she said it. Just like really shitty.
Maybe. Well, our last segment. You
Yeah.
ready for that?
Wait, real quick. I guess I do. What would I be?
A jock.
That's the thing?
That's a thing.
I'd
right?
probably
jock.
put a jock.
I'd put jock.
But just like
I'd
in the
go-
regular sense, or is there another gay definition?
I'll tell you
To
this.
be fair, that's
I'll say this. You'd be popular, buddy.
Hey.
Believe me, there's quite a guys on 6th Street that have come after.
Yeah, you don't have to be where what you are. What you'd be would be full. Filled. You'd be
Thanksgiving
filled.
dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, our last segment is
If you were a gay man,
would you rather have sex with me or Colton?
and why?
This is tough. Both mustaches. We have a little bit more than a mustache.
What that means?
I'm just saying similar. This is tough. I'm going to answer this in earnest.
Well, wait, what kind of gay guy would you be?
What would I be?
Yeah. Just like, 'cause
I think I'd prefer to be a top because I talk about this a lot. I told you I've never done anal, but I've also never let some of my friends like to get their asses eaten or shit like that, or like, oh, so slip a finger in there. I tell my girlfriend all the time, she's like, I'm like, you're not going anywhere near there for your own safety.
Yeah.
It's a canopy of hell down there. I've got tummy problems, so I wouldn't subject anybody to that. So I would not be a
A
bottom.
man saying I got tummy problems.
I have severe
Hey,
tummy
listen.
issues. It's very bad.
Listen, babe, I got tummy issues.
I really do. It happens all. She'll
Not-
know. I tell her, I go, my belly's doing flips. I'm Benson Boonin right now. So sometimes she's like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm full Benson right now. It's not good. Which, side note, I know we got to wrap this up. Do you guys, Benson Boone sucks, right?
Everyone's turning on
great.
him, which makes me like him actually more.
love
I
him.
do think he's hot as shit, but yeah, no, everybody hates Benson
I
Boone
think he's
because
fake.
I think he is not authentic to himself, and he's trying to do like his masculine version of Harry Styles, and it's just not.
He's also like
working.
Mormon, right? I'm like,
Is
you're not
he?
allowed
He's
to
got
be.
an
You're not allowed to
incredible
dress
body.
like that.
He
if you're
does have an
Mormon.
incredible.
Mormons, they always look good.
Yeah, they do.
that's
I've
a
met a
good
couple
point.
Mormon boys around here in Austin, and I go, me too.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Diet Coke is a sin. That's kind of what
Yeah.
I think. When I see Mormons looking good, I go, I think soda's a sin.
I thought that was their like thing was soda.
They can't do soda.
That's the no. They can do
they can't
soda.
do
They
coffee.
can't do alcohol. So if
So
they're
they can't do anything that
No, I think
alters
it's
your
hot.
body.
I think it's hot beverage. No, I think they can do soda.
They do soda because
That's
at
their loophole.
parties at BYU, they'll be like Dr. Pepper or a root beer that
They'll
they'll
soak
drink
it up.
sodas for sure.
Right,
They don't
those
do
aren't
it
real.
actively
They're
like
sinners.
all
They're
day.
sinners.
Yeah, they're all going to hell.
Okay. So who'd you?
I think, and don't take this personally, I think I'm going to go Dylan because I'm not a blonde guy.
Okay.
I think I'm going to stick to my own on this one.
Unfortunately, you are gonna have to get blown out.
Well,
But
no,
that's
we can also
okay.
just- we
no,
can
no,
also
that's
just
for you.
stroke and
If you-
do oral.
No,
If
for
you
you.
didn't have tummy issues before,
Oh man,
You
yeah.
are-
Are you hung? You're a tall guy. Are you guys cut?
I'm uncut.
You're uncut.
Yeah.
See, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna name
You're a
Anyways,
little
I-
bashful, like you're hiding something.
I'll
I
tell you
had
the
a
thing,
feeling.
I'm
You're
natu-
keeping secrets down
I know
there.
when I was born, they said I was naturally circumcised. So it's not like
What
a
does that
fr-
mean?
It means like when I'm hard, you can't really tell.
you
Like
were
a pe- it
born
goes,
hard.
Yeah, like when I'm hard, it like goes down.
Like
You
a
were
like,
born
dog's
hard.
dick.
How would they be able to tell?
no, like it's just I don't have like sometimes it's really excess skin. I don't have that, so it's like I am uncircumcised.
So you
but
barely
it-
have. I've never even seen one.
I can show you a picture.
Everybody I know is circumcised. I don't
Yeah,
know. You
it
might be
sucks,
one of the
I
only
know.
people I know that's uncircumcised.
I love when I find out one of my friends done uncut. I'm like, I'm now sexually attracted to them in a crazy
Well,
way.
this is actually a great time to plug the Discord. We do a dick pic every week, and actually, first
Wow.
dick pic up right there. That's an uncut dick.
Can I see it?
It's dark.
Oh wow.
Not the dick, the photo.
Yeah, it's a white penis.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did sound disgusted when you said
Yeah,
it's dark.
on our Patreon, we do dick pic of the week, and it's very fun. And these boys are fun.
Wow. Oh, they're not yours. You collect them?
No,
Yeah.
the guys send them in.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fans
so
of the show
funny.
send them in.
Whose dick did you think you just saw? You think I just showed you Dylan's dick? That'd be insane.
No, well, that's when I figured it out because I thought it was gonna be yours, but then you said it was uncut, and then I was like,
Oh,
it
is it
seemed,
Dylan's?
it didn't
How
match.
crazy would it be if he just showed my dick? I'd be like, oh, okay, Colton.
Are you?
Or if I showed my dick, I was like, well, I got a lot of confidence.
Straight
How about
guys
I
do
show
that a
you my
lot.
dick?
They'll literally just be like, "You want to see my dick pic?" and they'll just
Oh,
show
they
you.
never show us.
They
Are you
never
joking?
show us.
We're
That's
See,
so
big.
because they're
fucked up.
insecure, but they'll show us, and I'm like, "That's gay."
Are you a dick
Yeah.
pic guy?
Never sent one. Never took one in my life.
Whoa.
Really?
I don't. My high school had like a nude scandal, especially too.
Yeah.
Like there was guys. I was this like this everywhere. There was guys that collected nudes like
Yeah, and then
Pokemon
posted
cards.
on like we had one that called like Lehigh Sluts, where they just put all the underage girls' nudes.
They
photos on
wouldn't
there.
really post them as much. There was just like 3 guys in particular that like just like girls would almost just send them to them because they know that they collected them and they would trade with other people, and it would kind of like rise some girl's status.
Get him in the rotation.
They'd be like, did you see her nudes? And then you'd have to go up to this guy and he'd be like, oh, you want to see him? Sure. But give me like a fucking chocolate milk at lunch. Like it was like a barter system.
That's fucked.
And then like eventually one of them did get caught. And then like a bunch of guys went to jail and it was like, what the fuck?
It's underage.
Yeah. They were like, you have child porn on your phone. And I remember that when I was like in middle school happening, I was like, why would I ever want to picture my dick out there? Also, yeah, I'm a child.
It is rough to like just have like, you know, you're 15 years old, you're sexting, and all of a sudden now you're on a sex offender registry for child porn.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
it's
brutal.
That's
I will say, just because it seems appropriate to bring up. Last night I messaged somebody on Grindr and was like, and his name was whatever. It's fine, DL and horny, and I messaged him like, oh, what's going on? And he was like, not much. I go, nice dick. He sent me a picture of my dick. He sent me my dick pic.
How did he?
On purpose because he knew who you were.
Or is yours just out in the ether?
No, it must be out in the ether, and he must have collected it because and he sent it, and then he like gave it. Then he was like, yeah, like what do you? Like, he said, I don't want to say what he said because it seems like a compliment about it.
Well,
and then
what'd he say? Or you ever seen a naturally naturally cut?
And he sent it, and he like put all this stuff that he's like into and stuff, and I was like, dude, I should have reported him. I was like, dude, that's my dick, blocked. And I was like, this dude's catfishing people with my fucking dick.
I was gonna say, but do you think he knew?
No. My stomach dropped when he sent me a picture of my dick, and I was like, oh my God. So what made me nervous is like, God only knows what he's saying to all these other guys, and then I send a different guy a different account my dick pic, and he's like, oh, it's that fucking guy, and then send my fucking picture, and it's like, oh, it's the fucking if I was a girl guy.
How did you recognize it that much? Like, was
Because I have
there?
a great
What?
picture.
Okay. Do you guys have like your
I'll
favorite
tell you,
picture?
if you don't recognize your own dick,
I mean, I
that's
guess
a problem.
I'd be able to recognize. I have tattoos. I'd be able to tell.
Yeah.
Right away. I'd be like, look at those are my legs.
But my stomach dropped. to
Oh,
my stomach.
I
guess
also have a beauty mark on mine.
on your dick.
It's vitiligo. But
Oh, I
like
do
to call it-
too. Actually, on the bottom, I have like almost like a. It's not a scar, but it's like a dark. Is this common? Actually, this might be a
I don't
medical
know,
question.
Pull it out. We'll see.
It's on the,
Put
like
it
it's-
up, post it in the Discord.
Yeah,
Let
I
you
get
know.
just literally just ask a doctor. It's like where it connects to my balls. It's
banjo.
It's the color of my balls. Like it's like almost like a purplish.
I have.
Your balls are purple.
No, but you know when it's like cold.
Oh,
purple.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but like pinkish.
I don't have like Thanos. No, but it's
The
like
Infinity Stones.
Yeah, I guess pinkish would be better.
Yeah.
Like a rose.
Yeah, a rose. Yeah.
So the
A rose quart.
the underside of my
A rose
dick has like a slithering almost.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
right
I'll
now,
just
we
tell
would
you
have
what.
to
That's
see it.
not vitiligo. I'll tell you that.
You have vitiligo on your penis.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson bad.
That's my favorite U2 song.
It actually looks like Australia.
There's just a splotch?
Just
We
like
do
the
have-
shape
yeah,
of
we-
Australia, whop, right on the side.
I didn't know you
That's
could do
been
that.
that.
That's been that.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
much,
for
Colin.
coming,
Yeah.
Colin.
Where
Where
can
people
people find
find you and
Uh,
anything fun coming up?
Colin O'Meara on
Gotta change
Instagram. I do not know what I have coming up this week. Oh, I think I'm doing a show here on Wednesday, but that won't be out
No.
in time. So nothing.
Great guys,
Great.
follow him. He's very fun.
Catch me in the ether.
Follow
Yeah.
on Patreon. All right,
And
I love
maybe
you
we
guys.
can get him to post in the Discord.
And he's not gonna do that. Bye.
Join our Patreon. You guys, if you're just getting the main feed, you're missing out on half the things because we record an episode of Patreon every week.
Every single week, that's where we're telling way more dirty details on the Patreon. We actually fought on the Patreon for 6 months, but now it's and I actually asked somebody recently, and they said they loved that part, but now we're great.
Yeah, sorry, our friendship's still happening.
It's $5 a month. So if you join in, we do extra episodes every single week. It's mostly family style, sometimes with guests, but
Sometimes Dylan's on the road and I get Cowboy Cam in here and we go call another straight guy gay. It's fun.
so join patreon.com/someofthisiSbad.
Bye.
Bye.
Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is bad. Some of this is
To drag out horse.